Hello, everybody. Brandon Bledsoe from Puget Sound Preppers here again. I've been away for quite a while. I took some time off right before Christmas to go do some things, and of course, I spent Christmas with my family and everything, and I had a good Christmas, and I hope all of y'all did too. I hope that y'all have all been blessed this season. I hope you're always blessed, but I mean, I hope you had time with your families and everything, and that you had some time to relax and reset. And well, now it's back to the real world, and as soon as I have somebody to help hold the camera a little bit, we're going to be doing some better stuff. And I've gotten some comments on YouTube about these videos, a couple of positive ones. I don't think I've had any negative, but I'll be honest, I don't have enough comments that I don't remember most of them. I know the 4 or 5 I've had, but today we're going to be talking about the Aquamira Frontier emergency filter, and I'll even do a small demo for you on it. It should run you, I don't think I've ever seen them more than $12, but this is a good backup item, and we're just going to dive right into it, and I'll show it to you in packaging and everything, and now I'll show it to you working. And this is an add-on to my water video. This is another product I have found and now want to send to you. So let's get right to it. This here is the Aquamira Frontier emergency filter. As you can see, it boosts its own little accolades here. It's of course made for outdoor. It is definitely an emergency type item, and it's lightweight. It weighs only 1 ounce. It'll filter up to 30 gallons of water, and it meets our basic requirements of it knocks out 99.9% of Cryptosporidium and Giardia, which are the big issues with water that we have here. And it also claims to improve taste and everything through a carbon filter, I believe. It's got a nice big made in USA thing down there at the bottom. I'll personally admit that I'll get what I need if, I know Gerber has some assembly plants elsewhere and whatnot, but I like to see things that are made in USA. Aquamira is the same company that makes those water tabs I showed you in my big long water video. Okay, I dropped that one, but I got another one. Let's see. Let's go over what all it says. It says meets or exceeds is standard 42 for chlorine, taste and odor reduction, and NSF standard for 53 for cyst removal, and cyst is the Cryptosporidium and Giardia. And it's also BPA free, so I know some people who wouldn't use it otherwise if it wasn't. Alright, it's got some instructions. The carbon dust, we all know, is harmless, but it tells you how to draw some water up and then disconnect the straw and blow it back out. You do have to take this thing and let it dry for 4 days before you pack it back up. But what I like about this thing, I'm about to drop another one. What I like about it is its size and weight. You could stick one of these in your pockets if you were really big on it. I've got 3 here. One's going in the bug out bag, one's going in the EDC bag, and one is going in the truck. And I'll probably buy more after that. But it's very light, and like I said, it only does 30 gallons. So its real purpose in life is to back up your big pump filter or whatever system you depend on. If it gets clogged, it breaks, you're caught without it. This thing is to ensure you're not caught with your pants down. It makes a great backup, and it'll get you out of the woods. And it works on a life straw based concept. So it comes with this and the straw. I'm going to throw in another little tidbit here. I was reminded the hard way just now. Be careful when you're opening your gear. You could harm yourself. I know I've always got all my little safety warnings and everything, but as you can see, my knife was sharp enough to go clean through the package and lop the end off my straw. This time it was a painless lesson because all I've got to do is connect this end to the filter, and this end still works for drinking. But it was a reminder to always be careful. Safety first. If you have a big old cut on your hand, your survival is going to go down, and I am not proud enough that I won't tell you that I did that. I didn't open another one and show you a clean one that I didn't cut. But let me put it together, and then I'll show you how it works. So as you can see, the straw connects directly to the filter here, and you would then insert this filter into the contaminated water source, or just the regular water source, and you would drink through the straw, and that would filter your water. Now, I've seen this thing used, and I've seen a dude just dip it right down in the lake and use it. One point I'm going to go ahead and make that I've seen somebody learn the hard way. If you're going to do that, hold it like this, or in some way that allows you to know when the water is getting close to the straw, because I've seen a dude contaminate his straw using something similar to this. So it works off a life straw based principle. And I'm going to go ahead and test the draw and everything on it for you with my cup of water is of course clean. I don't have a nice nasty lake or pond or anything to go drink out of right this minute, but we're just going to see it in action. So what you saw there was the carbon dust they were talking about coming up in my straw. I am not crafty enough to be able to hold this phone and record the video and empty the straw. So all I did was exactly what the instructions said. I drew it up, the water stayed in the straw, I took it off and I emptied it elsewhere, and now we're going to do it again. That wasn't an accident or a bad video or anything. That's what's supposed to happen. I just can't do all these things at once. So as you can see, it works very well. I'm not tasting any of the carbon. There's still water in my straw, and the water is nice and clean, not black like what you saw. It does have a very heavy draw on it, but I mean, let's face it, you're filtering water as you go. If it went too quick, I'd be worried about how well it was working. But it does work, and you could drink right from the source. My personal favorite thought about it is, if you're in a bug out situation, which is what a lot of my videos are about, or you're in a survival situation, you can get you a quick drink or whatever, but what I would be doing is refilling every one of my Nalgene bottles, every one of my platypus bottles, everything I had, and then I would go back to my shelter or my safety or whatnot, and I would just be sticking this thing down in the source and drinking from them from my safe point of view. And that's what I like about it. You can fill your stuff up with contaminated water and drink from this. And I mean, yeah, now you've got the contaminated water in your bottles, but if this is all you have, that's not your biggest concern, and you should just do it and go with it. If you had to, you could boil water. If you get to a better position later, you can boil water and clean your stuff. But if you're using something like this, you're kind of already, just don't worry about it. Just go with it. But next time they have another model called the Frontier Pro, and once I get some in, I will show them to you. But this is the Aquamira Frontier emergency filter. You can find them on Amazon. I bought mine from my grandpa's, but the price wasn't bad or anything. I think they're $10.12 on Amazon, and I paid $9.99. But one thing I did want to talk about before I go is we at Puget Sound Preppers have decided that we're going to do a giveaway. And you don't have to boost our page. You don't have to do anything of that nature. You don't have to buy into it. This is not a raffle. And the way it's going to work is I'm going to make a post about the giveaway, the item, and this is my first one, so bear with me here. But I'm going to make a post about the giveaway, and we'll say the first 50 to 100 people who comment on that page, or on that post, that is when the contest will stop, is when I reach so many. And then I will count, because I'll set the amount, so I will say 1 through 100, and I will punch 100 into random.com, and it will pick a number for me, and whoever's comment was that number will use 25, for instance. Whoever was number 25 will win. And this time, we're going to be giving away just one small item, but I'm just doing this for a test run, and we may use it for page boosting and everything, but this time I'm really just saying, y'all have been good to us, you've stuck with us, you've been a pretty good audience, and we appreciate you, and we appreciate your feedback and everything, because we at Puget Sound Preppers, we really believe that survival and prepping are the civilized choices for when the infrastructure comes down, or anything, a storm or whatever have you. We've seen it time and time again. When the stores close, people turn into animals. So we want to help prevent that, and the less people we have trying to take our stuff, the less things we have to worry about. So this time, I'll show you what we're going to give away. This giveaway is going to be for the Cricut eating tool. If that's not Cricut, then forgive me. I don't know that's what I think it is. It comes with a nifty little carabiner. It's essentially a spork with a bottle opener. It's got 3 hex wrenches. What are those size? 10 millimeter, 8 millimeter, and 6 millimeter. It's got a little loop for you to grip into it here. And it's got 2 screwdrivers / pry edges. Again, this is not something to be heavily relied upon. It is a backup item, or it's part of your pocket carry. That mine's going to go in my pocket. We just wanted to give something to y'all that we swear by and we think is pretty great and we have in our kit. And that's really just a fancy spork, but it's a handy little item, I think. And I especially like the bottle opener there. And it's got a carabiner and a nice little warning on the back that says carabiner is not for weight bearing. But I love how they have to put that on everything. And this is not the actual giveaway. This is the item we will give away. But this is not the post about the giveaway. I'll post that tonight or tomorrow, or I'll decide the best time for it. But I just want you, if y'all think that's a terrible idea, comment about this video. But anyways, we here at Puget Sound Preppers thank you, and I thank you for taking the time to watch my video. Y'all have a good night, and God bless.